Welcome to the Battle Zone, where the AWL is still strong and free.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall in the being accompanied by Xyberhawx, the tag team combination, Thunderhawk, Xyberhawx, the Xyberhawx.
It's not 2000 anymore, and words from Razorhawks. Yeah, no surprise whatsoever, the flyest trio in the galaxy, the second team to announce officially for the 2025 AWL King of Trios Tournament. The entire league still rocking from the blockbuster announcement last week at the end of AWL Strong and Free 101 of the great and devious Ultramantis Black. Razorhawk was there ringside for that. Camera didn't see much of him, but he was there. And now we know the Xyberhawx are in. Ningen Damashi has already announced they are in. And we are going to probably have several more announcements in the next few episodes, so stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, this is still happening.
And their opponents, making their way to the ring, the tag team combination of Mr. Wrestling Machine. And he is very nice. Very evil, Danhausen, because they are, why the hell not?
Danhausen been getting a bit of a resurgence in popularity since a recent appearance on a Ring of Honor pay-per-view. Why the hell he's available to us and not on AEW TV every week, I have no idea. Danhausen now calling for a microphone. What does he want to say? It's K. It's KOT, Danhausen. What? Okay, so I have no idea what the hell Danhausen's talking about, but we got a tag team match. Bang the gong, the match is on. Danhausen, who for some reason is still taking the phone call of Mr. Wrestling Machine up against Xyberhawx. Very cool. One of the two remaining Xyberhawks that actually worked in Chikara. Big standing star splash there by Danger. Looking for the tag to the newest member of the team, Thunderhawk. And we do know that these three will be together. I think nice version of that Japanese move. I believe Danhausen is saying that he wants to compete in the King of Trios tournament, but not with his current tag team partner. That's an interesting situation. We'll see how that plays out. And I could be completely wrong about this. Attempting to delve into the mind of Danhausen is a very dangerous pastime. Mr. Wrestling Machine, he's just a self-centered jerk. Knee lift. On tonight's card, main event. Unfortunately, the Black Tigers are in town for a non-title tag team match, but at least now they've got to play by the rules. King of Trios coming up, we got a Trios match. Monster Union versus... Okay, that's weird. And we got a tag team contest, the Spirit Ninjas versus the Augments in the tag team division. And coming up next, an interesting singles match, Templario of the United Empire versus Rocky Romero of the conglomeration in about 75 different wrestling companies. But right now we are focusing on Danhausen and Mr. Wrestling Machine versus the Xyberhawx. To start us off here tonight, 15 minutes on the clock, AWL rules in every match tonight. Go behind by Danhausen, rips into the back of Thunderhawk, now to cover one and one only. Danhausen recently had an appearance at Game Changer Wrestling, GCW, where he was victorious over, of all people, Ultramantis Black. That was back in late 2024. A tag is made now as Mr. Wrestling Machine, Japanese-born, but making his name here in Canada for Classic Championship Wrestling, as well as here in the AWL. And mostly that name has been Mud. The guy who spits on his own family, despite using his family's signature maneuvers and claiming he doesn't need them. There's a reason nobody but Danhausen was crazy enough to team with this guy against House Classic at the end of last season. Apparently that meeting, that connection is going forward. as they are a registered tag team. Both of these teams on 0-0, their first tag team match of the season. Of course, the tag team records reset every season here in the Animated Wrestling League. So in these first few weeks, we're looking at all of our teams trying to get on the board. Kick to the midsection, overhand slap, does connect, miss with the kick, duck. Beautiful dodge by Xyberhawx, and a standing double stomp to a standing opponent, and I think Mr. Wrestling Machine might be dead. Down into the cover here, the Xyberhawx. We call them the flyest team in the galaxy, the flyest trio, and they have shown that absolutely perfectly. Thunderhawk taking up the colors of the former Nighthawk as the blue Cyber. Beautiful arm drag there, off of the ropes. Oh no, he's going over the ropes. What is he thinking? He's doing something springboard, but that's a long way to go. Will he go for Danhausen? No, he comes right back into the ring, Danhausen. Able to, I guess, intimidate the far less experienced Thunderhawk, who hits a half-and-half suplex. Take a look at the win-loss record now that I mentioned that. Danhausen with 8-13, his AWL record. Unfortunately, Thunderhawk coming into this 3-4, only his 8th AWL match. Most of those have been in tag team or trios bouts with the rest of the Xyberhawks. Tag made to Xyberhawx now, who comes in with a 4-5 record in the AWL, ratio of -1. And just for completion's sake, Mr. Wrestling Machine, 3-5, -2 in the win-loss ratio. Of course, win-loss ratio, that is number of wins minus number of losses. So all four of these wrestlers on the negative side of the ledger. But every victory, including in a tag team match, that goes into your overall career record as well. Beautiful! Danger drop, Phoenix splash. And he's going to go up, he's going to do it again. Yes, he is. Danger drop! And we're not going to need the rest of those 10 minutes, as the Xyberhawks picked up a decisive victory in their first tag team bout of the season.
Here are your winners, the Xyberhawks.
And they are starting to build that all-important momentum going into the King of Trios tournament as part of Champions Week, our mid-season celebration of the best of professional wrestling. And they could come away with those King of Trios medals. Now, this is a match with some interesting history behind it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from and representing the United Empire, accompanied by Mark Davis and Emily Nagasaki,
Templario, recruited from CMLL, the oldest wrestling organization in the world, by TJP to bolster the ranks of the United Empire. And I've been told Mark Davis wants to say something. Oh, I hadn't had a chance to mention that. Yes, the AWL Commissioner has announced that teams can be cross-brand, so wrestlers from Canada and Japan can team up as part of the King of Trios tournament. And actually that does. I didn't realize how much that would benefit the United Empire, but it does. Davis and Nagasaki will be at ringside for Templario in this one-on-one match, because you know where Asuka Rocky Romero goes. Especially in the AWL, he never walks alone. Oh, we're going old school with the music, alright.
We live in a world
And his opponent, representing the Conglomerate, being accompanied by Ishii, Tomohiro, and Hershey Street, Orange Cassidy, Rocky Romero.
And here's the interesting history I mentioned earlier. These two, Templario and Rocky Romero, have stood across the ring from each other 29 times, mostly in either NJPW as a part of a Fantasticamania tour or in CMLL. However, out of those 29 matches, this match, their 30th contest against each other, will be their first one-on-one match. As we know, CMLL, as is traditional in Lucha Libre, very highly focused on tag team trios, atomicos, etc. Single matches rare over there. So this is a match with years of history, but it's also a first-time ever pairing. Bang the gong, the one-on-one is on. Templario coming out of the gate, winning the Tachiai with the clothesline. Going for a vertical suplex position, snap vertical suplex. Takes down Asuka Rocky Romero, the man who has talked his way into, I think, every wrestling organization on the planet. And frankly, usually finds a way to talk himself into the back office as well. As far as I'm aware, he has no backstage role with the Animated Wrestling League, but as much as they rarely tell me anything around here, who knows? Rocky Romero, knee drop. 10-minute time limit, AWL rules match here. German. And so far, Rocky seems to be wanting to play a power game against the more traditional Lucha Libre of Templario. We have not seen much from Templario here in the Animated Wrestling League as of yet. As a matter of fact, he has had only one match, and that was a losing encounter. Rocky Romero, this is only his second match in the AWL, and he is 1-0, so it's basically 0-1 meets 1-0 as far as the league is concerned. But both these men, years and years and years of experience. Rocky Romero, good grief, how long has he been doing this? Part of the original generation of the Ring of Honor, sort of coming up in that time, roughly. Oh, beautiful! Wait, was that a funky weapon? Did he just hit him with his butt? Oh god, we're not getting that nonsense in, are we? We got our own nonsense. And now using the elasticity of those elevator cables we call ropes to pick up a 1 count. And the master of sneaky style, whose sneaky style unfortunately cost his team a tag team match a while back. Then going on to lose the trios bout. That was actually the one match he's had, was a trios contest against the team of the Xyberhawx after getting the conglomeration disqualified in a tag team bout. Up, down, all around, counters into the roll-up, but only a 1 count, says senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family. Romero, a junior heavyweight expert. He's a former multi-time junior heavyweight tag team champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Oh, wait a minute. Up. Oh! Excellent head scissor whip there by Templario. A lot of... Oh, tope suicida, but no! Rocky Romero with the brains to sidestep. A one-time junior heavyweight singles champion as well, but 8 times with the junior tag belts. He is a 3-time ROH tag team champion. Won a tournament in Toryumon, believe it or not. Former NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion as well. Not as massively well-traveled is Templario, but he's held a lot of belts as well, mainly in CMLL. He was the Universal Champion, World Middleweight Champion, Mexican National Middleweight Champion, and several tournaments to his name as well. Templario has once defended his mask successfully in Lucha de Apuestas. So, while Templario, a lot less experience, Rocky's been wrestling for like 20-something years. He says 20 plus just to make his life easier. But 15 years. 2010, the debut of Templario. So these guys, despite their AWL records being, including this one, 3 matches between them, these guys are veterans of professional wrestling and veterans specifically of Lucha Libre. 6 minutes left on the clock now, plenty of time. I would not expect these guys to finish this all that quickly. Templario, a student of Ultimo Guerrero, whereas Rocky, believe it or not, cites as one of his many trainers Antonio Inoki, the late legendary Antonio Inoki, along with names like Negro Casas, Shinya Makabe, Bill Anderson, Kevin Quinn, Jesse Hernandez, and I know who some of those people are. Currently in a tag team with Yo over in NJPW as Roppongi Revice. Templario recently joining the United Empire. I don't believe these two have ever fought in New Japan Pro Wrestling in this United Empire era, though I could be wrong about that. They might have met up in... Thank you. They might have met up in the Super Junior Tag League, and there we go, Shiranui. And yes, you pronounce the E, the I, the E sound at the end of Shiranui. There are no silent letters in Japanese. Right hand, collar and elbow tie-up, going for the power slam, hits it. And Templario quickly rolling out of the ring. He knows there's a 20 count on the outside. Both these guys have wrestled in Japan long enough. They're familiar with that kind of a rule set that very heavily and obviously inspired the AWL rules. Up and down with a ministerial suplex on the outside. You can see from the concrete at the edge near the crowd barricade just how thin those mats are. That's mostly to protect the floor from being scraped by the ring. After all, we rent this building. We got to return it in somewhat good condition. Up, down, all around arm drag by Templario. And a flying Shining Wizard. Templario. And of course, if you can't tell by that mark on his face, the Templario, as in Templar, as in the Knights Templar, you can see that patriarchal cross symbol on his face. Obviously, deep Christian meaning for him, Rocky Romero, the king of sneaky style. Inspired, of course, by the legendary, well, I think he's still legendary despite some of the nonsense he's been doing down in the States. The legendary Nakamura Shinsuke. Now, wait a minute, Mark Davis now coming over. Mark Davis pushing the limits of disqualification. Templario resetting the count. Templario wants to win this, up, down, and Jumong casting with Fella La Mystica.
3 minutes remaining.
La Mystica, Templario, a frequent partner and rival. In the Japanese sense of the word rivalry, with Mystico. The shot over into the concrete area of the entrance. Oh, this is not good. Argentinian back. Oh, God! The knee is driven up into the spine of Romero, but throwing your own back onto the concrete, that is how, I would say, zealous Templario is coming into this. Plenty of time left. Less than 3 minutes left. I don't think that's going to be the problem. I think the 20 count is going to be more of an issue here. Again, 30th match between these two. First singles bout. And we're able to present that to you here in the Animated Wrestling League.
There are 2 minutes remaining.
This is what we can do when we're not dealing with all that Black Tiger bullshit. Oh God, that head scissor whip of Templario. That is a vicious, vicious technique. You've seen him use it a couple of times now. They got to get back in the ring. 17. Okay, come on. 18. Oh, Rocky going on his own. 19. There's going to be a count out. No, it's not. Templario able to get in at 19.75. Both men exhausted from that. Moikai Shiranui. This time I think he's got him 1, 2, 3. No! Templario able to find the core strength to push out of that. But that might have been all he had. Rocky Romero with a surge of energy from the fans. Looking to put this away.
1 minute remaining.
And he knows he's got to do it. Double underhook. A double underhook DDT. Going deep into his playbook for the 1, 2, 3. And the conglomeration picks up a big win over the United Empire. That's a match that could have reverberations throughout multiple companies.
Kings of the night, kings of the lights. What can you guys?
Here is your winner, all superstar, Romero.
Now, are we going to see the conglomeration in King of Trios? I don't know. They've got the roster for it. All right, back into tag team action now. 2 more teams looking to get on the board this season. That's interesting. We have seen Fire Ant as a manager for the Spirit Dragons as of late, going back to that Chikara connection with Shenron, but what is this? This time he's Flame of the Spirit of Ninja?
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall in the UFC first, being accompanied by Fire Ant, the tag team combination of the Spirit Dragon, Xyberhawx, and Ninja Mac. Together they are, let me make sure I got this right, the Flame of the Spirit of Ninja.
Alright, well, we got an official trio here. The Flames of the Fire Ant joining the Spirit Dragon and the modern-day Ninja Mac. Flame of the Spirit of Ninja, which might just be the most 1990s team name I have ever heard in my life that didn't end with 2000. But what the hell, we're gonna go with it. And yeah, it sounds like they are definitely entering the King of Trios.
And their opponents, making their way to the ring from the laboratory, accompanied by their creator, Dr. Jigoku, the tag team combination of Project Tetsu 3.0 and Jigoku Destroy. Together they are the Augments.
Well, I can tell you right now that this is not going to be a trios team going forward. Dr. Jigoku has never actually stepped foot in a wrestling ring. He's had a few wrestlers come after him physically, but he has never actually competed in an AWL match. So, yeah. And unfortunately, due to the regulations that we are under, i.e. how bad this game is programmed, this will not be an intergender tournament. As much as I wish I could do it, equal rights and equal fights, unfortunately, it will be a men's-only King of Trios tournament. Which means that the Augments don't have enough members to field a trio, at least not at the moment. The Calyx project, I'm told, has been abandoned. So right now it's just these 2 monsters, and frankly, I'm fine with that. Keeping the Augments out of KOT, that makes all the sense in the world to me. 15 minutes on the clock. And we're starting off Ninja Mac, the big man of his team. Actually managed to be able to get a roll-up, but where's the ref? No, saying under the ropes. Rope break. Trying to... Oh, okay, fine. Just sort of... Well... That was a rope break. That was... I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be. It's a miscommunication with the official, which is a bad start to any match in any sport. But most especially professional wrestling, when the safety of the athletes is so much in the hands of the official. Okay, look at the height differential here. Good grief, Ninja Mac barely comes up to their nipples. This is nuts. Officially, let me check into the stats here. Ninja Mac officially 5'5", 1.65 meters, 165 centimeters. He is not a particularly tall man, but he looks like a small child. He looks like a grade schooler next to the Augments, and Shenron being brought in illegally. The referee's not going to disqualify for that. You can't have two men in the ring, but this does... Oh! Side suplex. Could have gone for a cover there. Could have bridged it, but chose not to. Kick out. Collar and elbow. No, springboard. No, springboard from the bottom for the Poison Rana. And the educated feet of Ninja Mac, mostly known for wrestling in Pro Wrestling Noah, as well as appearances in Game Changer Wrestling, AAA Worldwide, WXW, and Ring of Honor. Under the AEW regime, trained by Booker T and Low Key, so some significant names there. Been wrestling for 11 years as Ninja Mac. And yes, I do have a second monitor, and yes, it is set to Wikipedia right now. How'd you have a guess? 12:40 left on the clock. AWL Originals in the Augments. Oh god, okay, they don't do this very often. This is murder! Oh, and that's why they don't do that very often. Good grief. Ninja Mac, a former GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion and Openweight Hardcore Champion, one time each with those belts. Also a one-time holder of something called the WXW Shotgun Championship. I don't have the first clue what that is. Of course, Ninja Mac has also in the last couple of years made appearances in tournament tours for NJPW, for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And now here in the AWL, he's formed this tag team, the Spirit Ninjas, collar and elbow tie-up, hard shot. Both of these teams looking for their first tag team points, their first victory of the season tonight. The Augments, of course, former World's Tag Team Champions. The Spirit Dragon and Ninja Mac, no. They have never held tag gold here in the league. Cover one. And that, I may as well say it, that is the flame of the Spirit of Ninja spurring Shenron on. Tag made, Shenron, a man has gone by many names, occasionally known these days as Ariel Van Gogh. But here we wanted the original Spirit Dragon. Back elbow, escape from what I'm assuming was going to be an attempt at an endless light. Jigoku destroy the favorite toy of the diabolical Dr. Jigoku. An enslaved cyborg, not a willing convert to the Augments. Most of the Augments are essentially washed out trainees of the AWL dojo that couldn't make it through our training system. Dr. Jigoku comes to them at their weakest point, says, hey, let me make you superior. Oh, Butcher Bomb, shades of the late great Jack Breakdown Butcher, aka Project Z, the only active Augment, who's a former AWL wrestler, the Japanese destroyer Hakaisha. Oh, Brainbuster in a nice clutch cover.
10 remaining.
Third of the way through the time limit now. Oh no. This is murder. Elbow drop from the top all the way down to the floor, but absolutely no water in the pool. That metal arm is going to protect. Metal arm is going to protect Jigoku Destroy. And notice that name, Jigoku Destroy, the only Augment Dr. Jigoku has ever put his own name on. That's how much he cares about. Oh, care might be the wrong word. That's how invested he is in Jigoku Destroy. Project Tetsu, the dean of the active Augments, upgraded a few times. Both of these Augments, both of these cyborgs, former AWL Grand Champions in their own rights. Jigoku Destroy, also the first ever Canadian national champion here in AWL Strong and Free. Multiple seasons ago now. Drop kick right to the stump. And that does absolutely nothing. Shenron's going to have to use... Oh, interesting. Shenron with perfect body control, able to recover instantly from that DDT, but not able to prevent the tag. Tetsu driver, he saw Tawaza. Tetsu Doraiba! Ninja Mac needs to get in here now. Actually not even a 1 count with 8.5 minutes on the clock, where we have extended time limits. The more people are in the ring. Sidewalk slam by the Iron Project. This is not good. Oh, broken up by Ninja Mac. Ninja Mac needs to stay in the tag zone so Shenron can get to him the second he can get free of this metallic Goliath. Into the corner, and the tag is made. In we come. Tag Kogeki. This is where tag matches are won or lost. A double spear, enough to take the super heavyweight off its feet. 7:50 on the clock. Plenty of time. Ninja Mac with the educated feet. What is he thinking here? Oh, big boot! Somehow able to get the foot up to the head. Ninja Mac deceptively athletic given his build. Down to the cover, but way too close to the enemy corner. Ninja Mac's going to be looking for the Ninja Bomb and the Phoenix 630, whereas Shenron's going to be looking for the Double Dragon or the Dragon Twist Cutter. The Master of Motion, you can see... Oh, there he is! Dragon Twist! The Dragon Twist! 1... No. Alright, this is broken down. All 4 men in the ring. We're finally getting it down to our legal combatants. Takes him down with a downward spiral. Shenron has been through some downward spirals in his life. He is thinking Double Dragon right now. The double moonsault. W Dragon. He's Satawaza. 1, 2, 3. What? No, I don't believe it. One of the most dangerous moves in all of wrestling, but Shenron's not going to stop. Back handspring. From the bottom rope, you got to ask the question, what the 450? And that is it.
Here are your winners. Flammable Briscoe. How am I getting through that with a straight face?
I have no idea. All right. Trios match. It is the season.
The following contest is a Trios match scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, the Trios combination of the Serpentine Sensation, King Akira, and the leader, the venomous Lion Serpent of the Nile, Ophidian. Together they are Monster Union.
That is official. Monster Union, and I hate to say it, but he's right. 1/3 of the winners of the final King of Trios tournament under the Chikara banner. That was back in 2020 as the pandemic was starting to collapse everything. Viva Monster Union. And again, Ophidian, never the one to say it. Always Habib Sky. Ophidian with a legitimate claim to call himself a reigning King of Trio.
And their opponents introducing first, making their way to the ring, from the smoke-filled arenas of yesteryear and the independent circuit, the tag team combination of Matt Classic 2, House Classic.
House Classic with an unusual trios partner. You saw it in the graphic both a moment ago and when I was doing the preview during our first match, the rundown, teaming with Mark Briscoe, of all people. And to be fair, 3 Americans, 3 good old-fashioned wrestlers, and Mark Briscoe really bridging the gap between the eras of both of these men.
For the sky, boy.
I can see how this came together, but I'm sure Mark will tell us all the details.
And their partner, fighting out of Sandyford, Delaware, representing All Elite Wrestling and the conglomeration, Mark Briscoe.
Well, we had to have the word of the day, representation. Masked Maniacs, I like it. Oh, okay, so the conglomeration is going to be in the King of Trios tournament. The question is, who will be there? They've got 4 male members on the roster at the moment, so they're going to have to make some decisions, I think. We shall see how the conglomeration works on that going forward, but right now we got a trios match. We got a trio that we know is going to be in the tournament. Bang the gong, the match is on. Swing and a miss by Matt Classic, giving the Tachiai the initial charge, the initial takedown to King Akira. An interesting strategy of the Monster Union, sending in not their leader, but their heavy, their goon, their most powerful, strongest member by a mile. At least, I don't know. I'd like to see a contest of strength between King Akira and Wild Thing, but we're not going to get that. And a huge splash! Match ender, 1, 2. And that is proof you can teach an old dog new tricks. A few years ago, you would never see Matt Classic climb any higher than the bottom rope. He hated doing that. That was a DQ move in his day. But maybe his son is rubbing off on him. Who knows? Oh, blatant choke and the headbutt. That's going to be a fine. But unfortunately, the referee not going to disqualify at that juncture. I think he may have been distracted there. And finally, Ophidian is in the match. Matt Classic, of course, has competed in several King of Trios tournaments as part of the Throwbacks, alongside the now retired Dasher Hatfield and the now known as Pineapple Peach, Sugar Dunkerton. Oh, beautiful powerbomb suplex to Ophidian, sending the snake slithering out of the ring. Flying kick. Ophidian recovering beautifully, as he always does. Yeah, he is... I don't have enough unkind words to say about Ophidian. I do have respect for his in-ring skills. I would say the same of this man. Head eats sky, side Russian leg sweep, trying to constrict his way around his opponent. And a nasty striking, coiled and struck spear as well. Matt Classic 2, the youngest member of his trio by a good margin, and the least experienced in the ring as well. He beats Sky. Seemingly has him isolated, maintaining the wrist control, going for the triple clotheslines, doesn't get it, ripcord, rider kick! The ripcord rider kick, we've seen him developing that technique. I wouldn't call it a Hisatsuwaza just yet, but that is very impressive. Mark Briscoe, now the legal fighter. He's going to be looking for the J Driller, might be looking for the Froggy Bow. DDT, he's going to look to avoid that right on his completely, how we say, unprotected cranium. That's a good way of saying it. What I mean is he's bald. I'm sure it's a choice. Oh, went for the body scissors, didn't get it, and that's very smart by Briscoe, looking for the brain buster. No. Countered by the snake, up and down into... Uh-oh. Crucifix does not connect. The very deeply Christian Mark Briscoe not able to do that. Oh, here we go. Never let Ophidian get you in a wheelbarrow. It never ends well for you. Mark Briscoe is right. He and his brother never competed in King of Trios. They did compete in Chikara a couple of times, including an appearance in a Cybernetico match that was, at least in the US, a signature of Chikara. So that's something to tick off the bucket list. Getting to the King of Trios tournament. I'm so happy we were able to give that opportunity to so many talents. This is getting ridiculous. Briscoe looking for something. No, he's got... Oh, beautiful exploder! And the referee is calling that for the Briscoe. Singular. The masked Briscoe. Okay, house mask of Briscoe. Oh, whatever. Just... The Technicos won the match. Isn't that what we need to hear?
Here are your winners.
Alright, victory for this one night, I'm guessing, conglomeration. And now, folks, it is main event time. The titles are not on the line. The Black Tigers are here to gloat with their supreme power.
The following non-title tag team match is scheduled for one fall, and it is your main event of the evening. Introducing first, being accompanied by Debuting Tiger. He is one half of the reigning and wrestling tag team champions of the world, and the reigning and wrestling grand champion, fighting out of the Black Tiger Dojo, Black Tiger.
The Grand Champion, accompanied by a literal demon under the... Well, I don't know he's a literal demon. I have my suspicions. But I've been told that the Black Tigers are saying that Devil's Tiger is the newest graduate of the Black Tiger Dojo, which scares me because it tells me there might be more of them coming out. But in this situation... He is here under the manager rule. Those championships allow the Black Tigers to travel. The touring belts, singles and tag belts of the men's and women's division allow them to travel across the brands. But since all the Black Tigers are in control, are contracted to AWL Hontai, they have no power here. This is the AWL.
And his partner, also fighting out of the Black Tiger Dojo. He is the other half of the reigning and Wrestling League World Tag Team Champions, and the 2025 Oshoga Bisaikai Yushoka Giant Tigers. They are the Black Tigers.
If you haven't been following what's been happening over in Japan, it's been a complete takeover of AWL Hontai, now known as BTW, Black Tiger Wrestling. And the Black Tigers have implemented a new rule system, BTW Rules, where basically anything goes and essentially they always win. But that is not the case here. They've chosen to face the new classics, because the new classics tried to qualify to compete in the Forge the Four tournament, but lost their qualifying match. And as a result, they are coming into this, their first match of the season, in regular season competition with a record of 0-1. This is the Black Tigers. They're just here to rub their face into a tag team that they want to feel superior to.
And their opponents making their way to the ring, the tag team combination of the Technical Wizard, Lee Masters, the Suplex Masters, Sammy Nix. Together they are the 8-time tag team champions of the world, the New Classics.
Indeed, the new Classics, 8-time former AWL World Tag Team Champions, a record that no one has ever come close to matching, let alone beating. And now they're facing the World's Tag Team Champions in a non-title match. You know they can smell the leather and gold being held captive by the Black Tigers, that they have a legitimate argument to claim belongs to them more than it belongs to anybody else. Bang the gong, the main event is on, and immediately going for the poison run of the AWL Grand Champion, Black Tiger Justice, in his second reign and his first as Right Bastard. Devil's Tiger celebrating. We're trying to get some indication of his personality here tonight. And I've just been informed through my headset that we will be having a list of all the trios that have been announced for the King of Trios Tournament 2025 so far at the end of this match. We're going to go off the air tonight with that extra information. And a beautiful double leg takedown there by the mixed martial arts trained. Now some ground and pound action. Intelligent defense by the Grand Champion, getting his hands up to protect himself. The only reason he's still standing, or still potentially able to stand. Tag made to the Suplex Master, Semi-Nix. And these two are have always been, despite their physical similarities, an odd couple tag team. You've got the Technician and the Powerhouse. You've got the mixed martial artist, you've got the good old-fashioned power slam, suplex specialist. They're both specialists in their own style. That's why Matt Classic Sr. brought them together in the first place. Uh-oh. And now the respective powerhouses up there too. Wait a minute, no, we can't do this. Oh, beautiful capture suplex to the super heavyweight and a belly-to-belly overhead release suplex on a super... Jesus Christ, how strong is this man? Boom, that is why he is a 5-star champion. Grand Championship, Tag Team Championship, New Year's Tournament, and both the contenders titles. Spear, and that's the difference, the power and the speed and the precision of Lee Masters. The fact that these two can work so well together, they're blending the best of both of their styles. That's why they are 8-time Tag Team Champions of the world. Now, a blatant choke here. The official trying to wave it off, essentially issuing a public warning as the tag made to the AWL Grand Champion, the Black Tigers, a more traditional, shall we say, odd couple tag team, little and large, fast and strong, skilled and just running people over. Uh-oh. Power slam into the turnbuckle. Good throw there as well. This is not a championship match. The AWL World's Tag Team title is not on the line here, and that's because the new Classics failed to qualify. They were in a qualifying match at the Forge the 4 tournament during the off-season, the preseason, but were not able to qualify for the tournament. And this is just the Black Tigers. They don't need to be here. They don't need to be doing this. Their titles aren't on the line. They're just gloating. They're just trying to, you know, hey, we can beat you up with absolutely no consequences. So we're just gonna do that because, you know, we bloody feel like it. It's nuts. Oh, beautiful takedown there as we start working our way towards the King of Trios tournament. That's going to be right around Strong and Free episode 110. So about 2 months away now from the King of Trios. And already a handful of teams have been announced. We'll see more teams form and come together over the coming weeks, so make sure you never miss an episode of the Animated Wrestling League. And the best way to never miss an episode of the Animated Wrestling League is very simple. Just hit that subscribe button. You knew I was going to say it eventually. I'm a terrible YouTuber, but I will eventually remember to tell you to smash that subscribe button! Legal combatants right now, Giant Tiger and Lee Masters, and I think this has been... They must have been doing some extra strength training, the new Classics. This is nuts. Being able to just slam Giant Tiger, I think he's a bit surprised by it as well. And another capture suplex. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Referee out of position, needs to check to see if there's a rope break. Oh, I see it now. He was repairing some damage to the turnbuckle. Didn't even see the cover. Senior official Joey Bobby Ganoush of the famous Bobby Ganoush wrestling family getting played by the Black Tigers here. Kick to the midsection, looking for the double underhook. Black Tiger drop. 1, 2. Kick out. Kicking out the Black Tiger drop 5 minutes into the match.
5 minutes have elapsed. 10 remaining.
And we're back to the AWL Grand Champion versus the 5-star champion. Both of these men setting records. Only man to hold all 5 championships that men can hold in this company. And Black Tiger Justice has the record for most title defenses in a single reign of the AWL Grand Championship. And the AWL World Tag Team Championship for that matter. Tag into... Now, did Black Tiger Justice see that tag? I think he did. He thought it was a Black Tiger Buster! Good night. 1, 2... No! Incredible trust being shown by the suplex master, Sammy Nix, in that situation. Going for an old school Black Tiger bomb. 1, and a kick out. What are we going to see here? Oh, Gator roll. Interesting choice of maneuver. That's getting him in position, I think, for a Black Tiger. No, he wants him standing. Not going for a Black Tiger assault. We're going for the high cross body block into a quick cover. Pretty far away from the corner. 1, 2. And as Sammy Nix goes flying due to the shoulder tackle of Giant Tiger, still the technical wizard able to kick out. I'm genuinely shocked he was able to do that. Irish whip back into that neutral corner, but no. The veteran, the Season 0 original, fights out of it, takes the opponent down, maintains wrist control, goes for the stomp right to the bicep. 8 minutes on the clock, into the rear naked choke. This is it. That's the submission. And the referee calls it. I didn't see a tap, but that was a TKO. Let's see if we can get another shot at that. Yes, I think we can. Let's watch carefully. Was there a tap? Oh, yeah, there was on the far side.
Here we go,
And in what was supposed to be a glorified squash match, the new classics have upset the World's Tag Team Champions. And with that, we take a look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams that have already been announced for King of Trios. That's coming in 2 months. But for tonight, we celebrate victory over the Black Tigers. Korede, Marida.